Good evening and welcome. This is the City of Morro Bay Recreation and Parks Commission, and this is our regular meeting, March 16th, 2023 at 6 p.m. We're at the Veterans Memorial Building, 209 Surf Street in Morro Bay, California. And I see three of us here, so I'm establishing a quorum. The next order of business is joining me in a moment of silence, please. Next, we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance. Melissa, would you lead us in the pledge?
I will. After me.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next, we have announcements. Do we have any announcements from fellow commissioners this evening? Okay, thank you. Do we have any announcements from our fellow commissioners this evening?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yes, we have a few announcements here from staff. We'll start with Angelica.
Okay, I'm talking for Ken currently because he's out today. We want to say that our registration for 2023's season of the Junior Lifeguards Program is opening next week. It's the big day. So we have registration open on Monday the 20th for locals, Morro Bay locals, Morro Bay residents, and scholarship applicants only. And it has to be in person. And then the rest of the week will be online, 9 o'clock in the morning. And you can get all of that information on our City of Morro Bay website.
Does the registration include, like, if someone can't come during your office hours, could they maybe print out a thing and pay over the phone?
Our office hours are 7 to 5 that day.
Oh, okay.
So I should have said that as well. We are extending our hours, and we will be getting there at 6:30 that morning to be ready. So we'll be 7 to 5, knowing that some people do have to go to work between 8 and 9. So we're giving that extra hour to come out and do it. But it does need to be in person.
Okay.
It can't be over the phone because we have to check proof of residency and or scholarship application.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. We have a couple other fun things going on this Friday night to celebrate International Women's Day, even though we're a little late. Our 3 dance instructors, Carmen, Sally, and Jenny, are going to be hosting, along with me, a ladies' night workout dance party. It's Friday night, 5:30, $10. You pay at the door. You get a great hour-and-a-half workout, and then some little light appetizers and drinks after. So it should be really fun. It's our first, but we're hoping that it takes off and we start doing it more. Spring break is coming up for San Luis Coastal. It's the week of March 27th through the 31st, and we are hosting a holiday hangout, as we do, which is childcare for these guys. This is our first ever, but we're doing a brick challenge. Bricks are Legos, so I can't use the term Legos. So it's a brick challenge camp, which means the whole entire camp will be Lego-based. So we'll be building, doing crafts with Legos, art with Legos. It's really exciting. And I found that already we're getting even more people than our normal families that use us for childcare. People are wanting to just do this because of the building and Legos. So it's a big hit. We'll see how it goes. I am an awful Lego builder, so we'll see. And our very last thing is we are currently in the hiring process for a few summer positions at the rec. We are, actually I think the cutoff is Friday for junior lifeguards, for our junior lifeguard instructors. We are still accepting applications for that. We are also accepting lifeguard and swim instructor applications, as well as kids camp counselors in training, and directors. So you can find all of our applications on the City of Morro Bay website. And that's all I have.
Very good.
Thank you, Angelica. Excuse me. I have a couple, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to talk about real quick.
Okay.
First, starting, I just had my first meeting with our new interim city manager, Greg Carpenter. He started last week. I was able to meet with him yesterday and just give him a briefing on our office and what we do and all the ins and outs. Excuse me. He's a retired city manager from L.A. County, and came up here and did a brief stint at Paso Robles as an interim city manager as well. So he's going to keep the train moving forward while we look for another permanent city manager. Let's see, second on my list, just a quarterly, supposed to be quarterly report from our Community Foundation of Estero Bay. I neglected to mention last meeting what the funding from that organization was. So first quarter of the fiscal year, we received $11,090 from the foundation, and then a second quarter, $15,488. And again, those dollars are used to help the youth who cannot afford our programs to help offset some of their funding. And it's typically a 50% or matching type of a grant. Say. So that is foundation. We do have, okay, we've got the Ironman coming to town. That is set for May 20th. So to help get the word out to the public, we're doing 2 public meetings. We're late in getting our information out. It went out, I think, yesterday for our first meeting, which will take place March 20th. And that'll be at the Morro Bay Community Center, 5:30 to 7:30. It's informational only. We'll have representatives from Ironman there, as well as city staff to answer any questions that the community might have. The second meeting in the series will take place on April 20th. And we did that strategically because the event is on May 20th. Yes, same time. So the first one it's actually this upcoming Monday. And then the other on April 20th, I believe, is a Thursday night, 5:30 to 7:30. And I think I'll hold off on the rest of my information. Oh, no, wait. I take that back. Aha. 2 more. 1 more. We have a Monster Skate series, which we've been part of over the last almost 20 years. It's a collection of recreation agencies in the county who have skate parks, and we host each agency will host an event. The information came out not long ago for this series, and we are set to host our Monster Skate event at the Morro Bay Skate Park, which is located on the formerly known as the Teen Center property, now Boys and Girls Club property, and that will be April 29th. 9 o'clock registration, 10 o'clock is go time, and that's for the youth of the area. I believe, and I apologize, I don't have the specifics on this, but it's as young as you can be until you, oh, there it is, age division, 7 and under. 8 to 10, 11 to 13, 14 to 17, and then women all ages, and an amateur division. So something for every age. Come on out, check it out. And that's what I have for announcements. Thank you.
Thank you. Next on our agenda item here would be the Morro Bay Senior Citizens Report. Mr. Carmichael, do we have any updates?
Yes. Well, no, I don't really have much of an update. What I did have is leading into one of our business items. It's a selection of a representative, and I just wanted to announce that the meetings are the second Wednesdays, 9:30 in the morning at the Senior Center for your consideration. If
if you're so appointed. Otherwise, I don't have anything right now to report from seniors.
Okay. Moving on, we have, this is our public comment period. Do we have any public comment? I see none that would like to come forward, so I don't think we have anybody on the internet. Do we have anyone on the internet that's waiting to comment?
There are no raised hands at this time.
There are no raised hands. Very good catch. Good. Okay, we'll move on to the consent calendar. We have 3 items. A1 is the approval of minutes from the Recreation and Parks Commission meeting of January 19th. A2 is the Recreation Service Division status report. A3 is the Recreation Service Division participation reports of January 2023 to February 2023.
Well, I'd like to make a motion to receive and file A1 through A3.
Do I have a second?
I'll second the motion to receive and file A1, A3.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The motion is approved. We're moving right along. We have, the next order of business would be our business items. We have 6 business items this evening. Business item C1 is the election of the chair and vice chair 2023.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So there's specific directions in the staff report, and if we go ahead and follow those along, we can go through the process, elect our new chair and vice chair, and once the new chair is selected, then if it's not you, Mr. Carroll, then you get to slide on down, and we'll put the new person in that seat.
Yes.
So if you want to take it from here, sir, starting with procedure number 1.
Okay. So we need to have a recommendation of the next chair?
And check your speaker, Mr. Chairman, or your microphone.
On, actually.
There it is.
Okay.
Things always work better when you plug them in or when you turn them on. So we're going to be electing a new chair this evening, and we need to nominate a new chairman or chairwoman, chairperson.
I move to elect Ray Purcell as chair.
Me too. I second that.
I second that,
also
good.
second that. too.
All, okay. All in favor of Ray?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? No opposition. So Ray is our new chair. So I'll slide on down and let Ray slide on over.
So there's a technical difficulty here, so if we could keep you up there as chairman right now, and because Ray is acting vice chair, he's not here to move into your seat. So if we could ask you to go ahead and move forward with the election of the vice chair, we would appreciate your help.
I can do that.
Thank you.
Oh, I'd like to nominate Miss Melissa Davis for vice chair.
I'll second that.
Okay. I accept.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No opposition. Congratulations.
Thanks. Does that mean if Ray's not here, I have to?
Yes, then you're the next in line.
But the next time, for the next.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do it next time.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Well, that was easy. We're moving on now to, or do I have to file this? Do we move directly to A2? Mr. Carmichael?
Yes, this is completed. We can go ahead to move on to business item C2.
Oh, yeah, C2, that's true, sorry. So business item C2 is we're going to elect the senior citizens representative for 2023. I recommend Drew Sedaris.
Do you already go to them?
No.
Well,
I'll go. If Jude wants to do it.
Do you go to the seniors meetings?
I'll go,
Oh, okay, good.
Okay.
but,
And I'll do it next
but
time.
you could do it. And
Want me to do it this time, you do it next time?
Rock,
Okay.
paper, scissors.
All right, I'll take it. I'll do it. It's 9 a.m. on Wednesdays. I think I can make it.
9:30, second Wednesday.
9:30, second Wednesdays, thank
Do
you.
Wednesdays, all right. I'll start trying to schedule my,
Well, we have to vote. You're not in yet,
okay.
right? Okay, so, all in favor? Aye?
Aye.
Any opposition? Now you're in. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All righty. Moving on to C3, we have a staff report coming up. Parks projects. Mr. Carmichael?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yes, so verbal staff report with regard to the various park projects taking place. I'll start first with our conversation we had regarding our annual parks tour, where it normally was held in summertime, combined with the Public Works Advisory Board. They do not meet in July like we do, so in lieu of a special meeting, we thought it'd be best for us to go ahead and try to schedule something in May. I don't have a firm date on that yet. Excuse me, we decided March or May, so we missed the March window of opportunity. We've been a little busy dealing with other things, as has the Public Works Office, of course. So we're shooting for May, and our regular meeting is a third Thursday. I think theirs is a third Wednesday, so I need to have communication with Public Works Office and then with the five of you to see what days and times would work out. So be on the lookout for an email coming through with regard to the Parks tour.
Okay, I'd like to move that we make that a special extra meeting, if that's possible, so that we don't miss our regular meeting.
I can ask to see if Public Works Advisory Board is willing to take on a special meeting and then get back with you.
Okay, or we can go on their schedule and just rearrange ours.
Okay,
Yeah.
that works for everybody else?
Yes, I thought that's what we discussed the last time, is that we could combine, we could just go to their meeting, and then we don't have to necessarily,
Miss ours.
yeah,
Yeah, because this is important.
yes, it is. That's right. Or but also what they do is important, and
Yes.
they don't need to
Oh, yes.
kind of, I don't know, adhere to our schedule. I think we're a little more flexible.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's always so informative to go on these tours with them.
Yeah.
It's always
Yeah, they're very good tours.
very great.
Okay, very good. I made note of that, and we will make those arrangements. And again, I'll send you folks an email with the specifics. Let's see. As I had mentioned, we're hosting our Monster Skate event in April. We had purchased last year two new elements for our skate park, as one of them deteriorated basically, and we had to remove it. Those elements are still at the city yard right now, and we're expecting them to be installed sometime very soon, and they need to be installed before our event. So I'm looking forward to that happening. We've again just been a little setback with the rains and then a recovery from that. But we're looking forward to new elements in our skate park. Let's see. I have nothing to report on Coleman Park right now. There's been no further progress that I'm aware of, really beyond what I reported last time, which is grant funding is tallying up, getting close to about $1 million. And I know we had gone through workshops and done some site visits and whatnot and offered up our suggestions. That is all still valid, of course. But as the Public Works Office moves along with the other projects that they have, they will keep us in the loop as to what our next steps are. So that's Coleman Park. We do also have, as you may have seen, the City Park Transit Hub project. That was supposed to break ground March 1st. Again, set back with the weather and whatnot, but they are working on it now. You'll see 2 trees are being removed. They relocated the buses to the other side on Morbay Boulevard until the project is complete. And basically, it's increased width on the sidewalks all the way around the park, and then new seating, benching, and structures there. That's what I understand the project to be, and we should see some action taking place sometime this month. And let's see here.
Kirk, do you know if they're going to replace those trees that they've cut down too? I mean, I know the
Yep.
one was diseased. I don't know if they all were or if they just needed to relocate them, but do you know if
Yep.
they plan on planting some other?
They absolutely do, yes.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if it's a 2-to-1 replacement. I've heard 3 more trees to be planted at City Park, but where else they're going to plant others, I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, it would be nice if they could put one up at the intersection where the Christmas tree used to be,
Yes,
because we miss it.
we miss that Christmas tree as well. And something is funny with that location, but the last 2 trees over the last 30 years have died.
Oh.
And I don't know what's causing it. So we'll see what happens. Maybe it's the wrong selection of tree type. I'm really not sure. I'm not a tree expert, but but I agree with you, Mr. Sedaris, that we do need a replacement tree for our Christmas holiday, our holiday festivities.
Thank you.
Let's see, one more. You've probably seen quite a bit of work taking place at our bocce court.
Yes.
That is probably 95% complete. It's close to being playable right now. The rains did a little bit of damage, but we're going to bring in a little bit more of the top surface material and then do a quick training on how to maintain the courts. And then we have a tentative grand opening set for Friday, March 31st at, I believe, 1 o'clock. That is still being finalized right now. But they look pretty great, pretty nice. The landscaping's in, the benches are in, score system's up. It's exciting. We're looking forward to playing bocce pretty soon. It's been a 5+ year project.
Have we invited the mayor to roll out the first ball?
We have not invited yet. As soon as I solidify the date and time, then yes, we will do that.
Excellent.
Yes.
Oh, is there going to be a plaque explaining the rules there, or?
That was not in the initial
Oh, that wasn't the initial thing?
thoughts, but I like that. It's a great idea.
Well, it's not terribly difficult sport.
No, it's not. And then the final report I had is with regard to our Lila Kaiser Park concession stand. So our staff did go take a look at that and got in there and short of, bringing a fire hose in there to really to wash it all out because it was pretty nasty. We spent better part of a day sweeping, cleaning, putting the bug foggers and things like that in there, getting rid of some of the old equipment. And now we're taking a look at the equipment that might be able to be salvaged because there's a great coffee machine in there. There's a popcorn machine. So we're taking a look at that stuff. And then also I'll be working with the Lions Club who we have a partnership agreement with, the city does, and they have first right of refusal to use that concession stand to fundraise. They'd like to be removed from that, so we're going back to the drawing board with their partnership and making some amendments, and this will be one of the amendments to that. So we're moving forward at government pace with that project, and we hope to see that be ready to roll sometime soon.
Oh, that'd be great because it's nice to have a hot dog when you're watching enough baseball.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
And that is my report on update on park projects. Happy to answer any other questions that you might have.
I have a question about the bocce ball. How is that going to work for the city? Is it open certain times of the day? Do people sign up and?
Yeah, so it'll be treated just like any other park amenity, playground, tennis court, pickleball court. Well, I shouldn't say pickleball court because there are some rules with regard to play. But it is first come, first serve. We will have bocce balls available at the senior center for the seniors membership to check out. We'll have a set at the recreation services office where they can be checked out for a nominal fee. And you can bring your own if you'd like and use it as you see. I think we'll also have another set at City Hall for city staff if they want to step out at lunchtime and roll a few.
Okay.
yes. But it's open for use.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to receive and file C3?
I'll make a motion to receive and file C3.
And a second?
I second it.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing no opposition, C3 is received and filed. We'll move to C4. This is our staff report, the holiday hangouts and Thanksgiving and winter break 2022.
Okay, this is me. This year, we offered holiday hangouts, which is childcare during San Luis Coastal's school breaks. I combined this report and I did Thanksgiving and winter break because it almost feels like there wasn't much time in between. So I'll report on Thanksgiving first. We had an average of 19 children a day. It was a 3-day camp. We did our annual Turkey Bowl, which is our flag football tournament. We went to Del Mar Park as explorers, similar to, and then we cooked our own little feast and had a Friendsgiving. It was very simple, quick, and yeah, that was an easy one. The winter break was a little more difficult. Winter break was 2.5 weeks this year, which puts out families 2.5 weeks of not having their children in school. So what I did was I surveyed the parents, asked them what days they would need care, and then I had to also survey my staff to see what days they were available. We put it all together, and we were actually, out of the 12 days, we offered care 11 days. So it was helpful for parents. A majority of them needed the care. We, of course, closed, especially because Christmas and New Year's fell on the weekend, so it was extra time they needed. We did different things. We were snowed in 2 days, which we actually were, not snow, of course, but it rained a lot, so we were inside. We also just had a week of kind of celebrating New Year's and all of the holiday stuff. And then our final week, we did a Once Upon a Time, kind of a literature-based camp. That one, we had an average of 27 kids a day. So that was a bigger camp. And staffing is, of course, always my biggest expense, but we can't run it without them. We were at, I think we made about $400 this time, which puts us right at over our cost recovery. So that's it. We'll do it again, as we are during spring break. And I think we'll continue to survey the families. We did it again for spring break, just so it's nice to know if the families will need childcare, so then we can provide it. Any questions on Holiday Hangout?
What's your staff per child ratio? Like, how many staff do you need to service 27 kids?
The state of California says that it's 1 to 14. We don't run that because we don't feel that that's totally safe, especially when we're going to the park or to the beach or somewhere. Also, my staff are students or they're high schoolers, so they can only sometimes work limited hours just with their school schedules and vacation times and things. So we typically run, I'd say 2 to 14 is what and that's on a camp on home base basically. But when we go out on further field trips, we take more. So it's not too many. It doesn't take many staff members, but licensing wise, I do have to have a certain amount. I have to have a head person, and then a few from there. So.
And we provide some food for them during this?
We do.
Yeah,
We do
great.
a morning snack and an afternoon snack, and then they provide their own lunches. Okay. All done.
Thank you. Very nice. So C4, is there a motion to receive and file C4, please?
I'll make a motion to receive and file C4.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing no opposition, C4 is received and filed. We'll move on to C5, the staff report, December 2022 Kids Night Out.
That's me again. We did our Kids Night Out event that we do every December. This time it was a Christmas jammy party. Everyone looks forward to this. It's a time when parents can drop off their children with us for $20. And we offer care from 5 to 8, serve them dinner, play some games. We usually do some sort of craft. This time we made Christmas presents for their families. We decorated Christmas cookies. At the December, we had 27 children in attendance. And that one, I don't have to staff as much for because it's kind of a one-room babysitting thing. So that's helpful. But we also only charge $20, so it's very reasonable. But I think my staff love it just as much as the kids love it because it's a fun little event. So, again, pretty successful event. 27 kids is a good amount. We brought in $320. Staffing was $171. So we made, and then of course I have food supplies and craft and activity supplies. And then we recommend that we'll continue to do these.
Very good. Questions? Oh. No questions. Okay. So do I have a recommendation to, a motion to receive and file?
I make a motion to receive and file.
And a second?
5.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Seeing no opposition? Number C5 is received and filed. Moving on to C6, the staff report, February 2023, Kids Night Out.
It feels like repeat, but it's me again. This one was for February. We do another one in February for Valentine's Day, give families an opportunity to go out, or parents an opportunity to go out, maybe spend some quality time with each other, and we have the kids. This time it was a Valentine's party. Everything was the same. This one we only had 17 children, which was a little lower than normal. I think Valentine's fell on a 3-day weekend, I think, for families.
Like Abraham Lincoln's birthday.
Yeah, so I think that sometimes affects us with the timing, but I have to factor in everyone's time. So,
Yeah.
But again, we brought in 340. Staffing is minimal for this one. Supplies are all really the same. It's kind of the same meal. And most of the actual craft supplies we already have from our other programs. So that was great. And again, we'll continue. I think our next one is in April. I believe it falls on National Superhero Day, so it will be superheroes.
Superheroes.
That's great.
And that's it for me.
Well, I guess Kirk should be there.
Dun, dun, dun,
Do we have a motion to receive and file C6?
I move that we file motion C6.
And a second?
I'll second that motion.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposition? None. So we will receive and file C6. We're moving on now to future agenda items. Is there any agenda item we'd like to consider for the future?
Well, yeah, I'm still wondering if the maintenance guys, or the maintenance staff generates any sort of reports on the condition of the parks. It'd be interesting to know, especially since we've had all this bad weather. I know they've been doing a real good job, and I want to thank everybody in the facilities department and the harbor, because they've been just doing a lot of hard work after these storms. But it'd be nice to know if there are things we need to look at in the future because of storm damage or just wear and tear. Thank you.
So Commissioner Sedaris, you'd like to agendize that?
Yeah.
Like a verbal report or?
Yeah, verbal report, or just if they have a little written form that they've sort of summarized themselves, just add it to the pack.
Okay.
So if we have any questions about anything we can do to help make their life better, yeah, well, it'll be good.
Okay, so Mr. Chairman, we need one more member to.
Yes, we do.
To agendize.
We need one more member to second.
Wait, you want to? All right, I'll second it.
All in favor of the motion? Aye.
Aye.
Yeah, good. No opposition? So we'll receive and file that. Very good.
I would also just like to say thank you for putting in more reports about the lifeguarding and the junior guards program. I personally appreciate that, so I thank you for doing that.
All right, you're welcome.
So we're now at adjournment.
Okay, if I could say one last thing, because we forgot to mention it. I think the Kite Festival is coming up. Spring is in the air. And also the Cruising Morro Bay Car Show. So highly recommend, as always, that people go to the Morro Bay City website and see, because there's a lot going on in Morro Bay. And I'm sure we're all ready for summer.
Are you going to be down there with your kite team?
I'll be down there with my, people tell me to go fly a kite all the time.
Yeah, perfect. You got the biggest one?
No, I see some of the kites, they actually lift the people off the ground. It's kind of scary. No, I just have a regular kite, like a $2 kite. That's all you really need. You don't need much. You could make them at home. When I was a kid, we used to make them. They're, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
As long as there's some wind.
And there's all,
Well, sometimes there isn't. It depends, but it's certainly worth going down there because there's a lot of colorful kites and colorful kite people flying them.
very good.
Mr. Chairman, if I could jump in and interject real quick before we adjourn, and my apologies, but I neglected to welcome our newest Recreation and Parks Commissioner, June Swall. Thank you, June.
You're a great group. I love hearing about all your activities.
Thank you.
You do a wonderful job.
We're a small but mighty team.
Yeah.
I think
Yes, we
terrific.
are.
I look forward to hearing about the seniors.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, what's great is we have the broad range of spectrums that we cover, from helping take care of the children so the parents can get out, to activities for the senior like pickleball, which is still the fastest growing sport in the country.
Which you'll hear Drew talk about
Yeah,
at
pickleball.
every meeting.
But yeah, I mean, you couldn't find a better place to live. And we have something like 16 parks if you count the pocket parks, so.
16.
Something like that, if you count the little pocket parks.
Okay, I don't know if this is appropriate, but I saw some weeds at Anchor Park. And, obviously, I'm seeing a lot of weeds at my place, too. So how does that work?
Goats? No, the maintenance guys, when they have a chance, they have mowing machines
But it's not
and weed
appropriate
whackers.
for me to take my bucket and go out and weed.
I don't know how the new mayor and city council are, but we have people that volunteer, the Morro Bay and Bloom.
Yeah.
So I think as long as you're doing something positive, feel free. If you're anywhere near the street, you should wear a reflective vest, a safety vest,
Okay.
as they do. But feel free. I pick up stuff all the time. I see trash or something.
Right.
Yeah.
It's our job.
Another thing, too, is thank the people that put out the doggy bags. And we used to keep track of how many, but it was in the hundreds of thousands a year.
Yeah.
So that's another thing we got to be thankful for, that people volunteer and keep the little poopy bags stocked. It's good.
There was a time when every park in this city was adopted by a group or a nonprofit group or individuals, and we're working to get back towards that. Right now, we do have an agreement with the senior center who provide maintenance for our pickleball courts, and that's under agreement. And I'll be looking to do the same with the bocce ball court. But if you're interested in adopting Anchor Park, we can certainly look at that, and I'd connect you with our public works folks.
Oh, thanks.
Okay? Thank you. And
Thanks.
thanks again for joining us, too.
My pleasure.
That's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Well, one other quick thought is perhaps there might be a restaurant that might want to work the concession stand, or even maybe one of those mobile food truck people that would want to have their truck in the parking lot and run the concession stand also.
They'd have to legalize food trucks in the city.
I think they can get temporary permits, because when we have surf contests, they have them at the Rock. But yeah, I'm not sure how that works, but possibly local restaurants could take turns running the concession stand.
Lots of restaurants would love to be able to have a food truck.
Yeah,
Morro Bay at any time.
okay. Well, anyhow, like I said, it'd just be nice if the concession stand at the ballpark was open. It's such a
Yeah.
nice,
They need their popcorn and liquor
well,
and hot.
yeah, when you're a kid, you'd sweetly look forward to that kind of stuff.
All righty. So we're adjourned. Our next regular meeting will be at 6 PM Thursday, May the 18th, and it will be held right here in the Veterans Memorial Building, 209 Surf Street.
Okay.
See you then.